It's the thing on my face. Anyway, Troy Aikman with us now, lead analyst for Fox. You know his work. He's joining us on behalf of Miller Lite. You could go to @MillerLite on Twitter and hashtag It's Miller Time if you want to follow Miller Lite. I want to start here, Troy, and thank you for joining us. I want to start with a story that Michael Irvin told us about when Tim Brown was supposed to come and be one of your wide receivers, and Tim Brown called Michael Irvin wanting to be in your huddle, and this is how that conversation went, according to Michael Irvin.
Tim Brown, one year, when he was a free agent, he called me and tried to say, Michael, I want to come home and play. I'm thinking about coming to Dallas. I was like, no, thank you, Tim. No, I'm sorry. No, thank you. We're good. Don't worry about it.
Did you know this, Troy?
No, I actually had seen that not too long ago. I mean, just within the past few months, and that's the first that I had ever heard that Tim Brown was wanting to come to Dallas. Michael was obviously a great player. He clearly had influence with our team. I don't think Michael made the decision as to whether or not we were signing Tim Brown. I think
he said that afterward he went to Jerry Jones and he said he thanked Tim Brown. Tim, thank you for this phone call. I am now going to go talk to Jerry Jones and tell him that I don't want you here.
Yeah, well, what I'm telling you is that maybe occurred, but I don't think that's the reason Tim didn't come to Dallas.
Okay, well, how would you know? Clearly you weren't in the loop. Like,
you weren't either. You weren't either. I also know how things were done in Dallas while I was playing for the Cowboys.
Right, like quarterback for the Cowboys.
I know, I understand, but Aikman, a couple of months ago, you learned that Tim Brown wanted to be your receiver. Like, how does that information not go by, the master of the huddle?
So you're telling me that the reason Tim Brown never came to the Cowboys was because Michael simply didn't want him to join our team? I don't think that's the way our team was operating.
I'm asking you, how is it possible that the quarterback of the Cowboys didn't even know that Tim Brown wanted to be in that huddle?
Well, maybe because the organization decided that it wasn't something that they really needed. I don't know what the conversations were between Tim Brown and the Cowboys, if there was ever even any conversations. My guess is there was not. I don't know what year we're even referring to.
I didn't expect this to make you upset. I thought that you'd laugh about this.
I'm not upset. I'm just saying that I respect that Michael didn't want Tim on the team. He wanted Michael didn't want any receivers on our team. He wanted all the footballs going to him. And that's what made him such a great player. But, to carry on with a story and say, well, that's the reason Tim Brown didn't join the Cowboys was because Michael said, no, I don't think so, Tim. I'm going to go tell Jerry Jones this. What I'm saying is that Michael was a great player, and we had others that were great players, but the personnel decisions were not left up to the players on the team. Those were above our pay.
Troy, be honest here, because I feel like you are. You mad at Dan?
No, I'm not mad at Dan at all.
Troy Aikman with us on ESPN Radio. So, Troy, you weren't consulted in any way? Like, Jimmy wouldn't ask? He's got to have asked your opinion on personnel moves, no?
I would be asked from time to time on various guys, what I thought of them. There was a time when Michael was serving his suspension that I felt that we needed to go out and we needed to get a number one receiver. And what happened at that time was it was Deion Sanders who had decided that he wanted to play both ways. And he wanted to play corner, and he also wanted to play wide receiver. And so rather than go out and get anyone, we transitioned Deion to be essentially our number two receiver. But I had conversations with Jerry saying, we need somebody, at least during this time, when Michael's not going to be on the team. I think it's disrespectful to what these number one receivers mean for a club. We didn't do it. I don't know if that's the time that Tim Brown was maybe going to join us or not. I can tell you that if anyone had asked my opinion about Tim Brown being a part of our organization, I would have emphatically said yes. I've always had great appreciation for him. And there were times, especially towards the end of mine and Michael's career, where we could have definitely used Tim Brown. I know I could have, and he would have helped our team.
Were you there, Troy, the day that Michael Irvin stabbed a giant teammate with scissors in a fight? Did he just hang up on us? Of course. We're back after this.